All right, let me share my screen here. Let's see, we are on. This is key six. So today we'll be discussing key six, the keys of a visionary business. And remember, we are trying to transform the world by doing what you love to do. And that's the ultimate purpose of a visionary business. Review here, the keys of a visionary business. We've been over key one, which was purpose, key two, problem, key three, self-diagnosis, key four, finding and evaluating the opportunity, and key five, organizing the enterprise. And today we'll be talking a little bit about key six, which is writing the business plan, putting everything together. So a business plan is a document that kind of explains the opportunity, identifies the market to be served, talks about the product, just describes the business idea. Entrepreneurs who do not write business plans quickly learn that obtaining outside funding is almost impossible without some type of written plan in place. Lenders and investors want to see a logical and coherent plan before putting their money at risk. Few entrepreneurs are actually skilled at creating a document. So most entrepreneurs end up getting some type of consulting or something like that to get that document written. So make the best case for the venture, avoids burying the exciting opportunity under a mountain of data, is engaging to read, and gives prospective financiers the information they need to make a decision. So there are plenty of business plan examples online. No two plans are the same. So you need to do your due diligence in that regards. Let's see here. The question of the day: what is the purpose of a business plan? A solid business plan is essential for any business that seeks outside funding from banks, angel investors, venture capitalists, even friends and relatives. You're going to go for the crowdsourcing route, or you're going to have people around you that support you and understand your plan. The act of writing the plan will force you and your team to think through all the key elements. Trusted and experienced outsiders who review your initial plan will help you with the feedback, help you identify your weaknesses and your strengths, and maybe some things that you missed. A solid plan can be a blueprint for operating your business over the first 1-2 years, even a 5-year period. And it increases your likelihood of success if you have a step-by-step plan that you can go by to reach your objectives and your goals. And lastly, the plan's financial projections can be used as a budget to allow you to modify and adjust accordingly when different things happen in the business environment. So this is a table of contents, or what's included in the business plan. This was incorporated by Dr. McCoy. So you have your executive summary, you have your opportunity, the company and its products, the management team, marketing plan, operating plan, financial plan. And like we said, there's plenty of templates and examples online, so you're not limited to using this particular plan. But this is just an example if you all get lost as far as the format is concerned. Table of contents should be followed by an executive summary, which is about 2 or 3 pages. And it basically summarizes your business plan. It's the most important part of the entire document for investors. It's not a preface or an introduction. It's a snapshot of the entire plan. So that's what you'll be doing for your term project, is submitting an executive summary. So you'll summarize or snapshot a snapshot of your entire business plan. It explains your business to an intelligent reader in only a few minutes. So that'll help with your pitch. And the last thing is a well-written executive summary captures the interest and action and attention of readers and prepares them for what follows, and just getting those people on board with your movement to make your business that much more likely to be successful. One thing to remember about the opportunity, there's no point in starting or expanding a business unless the entrepreneur has identified a lucrative opportunity. And the opportunity comes with the problem and with the solution that you come up with for your business. Then you have the product or services. You talk about your strategy. So this section describes the company, explains how it's organized, and states the purpose, the why of the company. So you have to include a subsection about goals, include a subsection about strategy, include a subsection about company ownership. So an example of goals to broaden the product line. A strategy could be a differentiation strategy or competitive advantage. And then lastly, you would include a subsection about company ownership. So that's when you're talking about your organizational structure, your CEO, your founder, your CFO, CMO, and things of that nature. And that's what the management team basically consists of. And the investors want to know about the people behind the business, specifically what experiences, what qualifications, what skill set, what type of education that people have that are operating the business. Of course, you have your marketing plan, which starts with your 4 Ps. That'll be your product, price, place, promotion. Once you get that marketing plan in order, it'll inform your marketing strategy and how you go about promoting your product or service. Then you have an operating plan. Operations plan considers the many details of converting inputs to outputs and customers' value. So this is when you start to get in production management, supply chain logistics. So things like what supplier relationships do you have or envision? How much inventory will be required to meet the target demand? Which day-to-day operating chores will be handled internally, and what will be outsourced? So these are the questions that need to be answered and need to be addressed as part of the operating plan. Financial plan speaks for itself. As an entrepreneur, you need to know the 3 main statements. That's your balance sheet, your income statement, and your cash flow statement. So you definitely need to know and do your due diligence and research about the balance sheet, the income statement, and the cash flow statement. These are the main 3 financial statements that are involved in accounting. So if you don't outsource your accounting, you as the entrepreneur need to know about those 3 financial sheets. And I have examples of what that looks like. The income statement is here. So you take a look at that in your spare time. So other considerations when writing a plan: pay attention to style, use words sparingly, use simple sentences, use headings and subheadings, break up long blocks of text, and let graphics tell part of the story. So your image, your branding, and things of that nature are very, very important. So the takeaways from this week's module, so 1, keep the audience foremost in your mind as you develop your business plan. Your business plan should tell readers in a compelling way everything they need to know to make a decision. Although the principal reason for writing a business plan is to obtain outside funding, the act of writing it will force the management team to think through all key elements of the business. 4, the executive summary should, in compelling terms, explain the opportunity, tell why it's timely, show how your company plans to pursue it, describe your expected results, and provide a thumbnail sketch of the company and the management teams. Number 5, among other things, the plan should state the company's goals and explain how investors will eventually cash out and get their ROIs or their return on investments. And lastly, number 6, pay attention to style. Use as few words as necessary to get your point across. Avoid the long, complex sentences when possible. Make documents concise and easy to read. Uh, think about your subheadings, white space, and I'll try to use bulleted lists to break up blocks of text. And that's it for this week. If you have any questions, you can email me or call me. And I think there's one more lecture. So I'll see you on the next lecture. Have a great day.